Greetings, friends. I trust you've been keeping well and safe. I hope you're doing well with your families. I hope that this year has been great for you. Thank you so much for finding the time to join me in this episode, probably the last episode for this year. And I just want to take this moment to appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. For my subscribers, thank you so much. And those of you who are watching and you haven't subscribed, first of all, thank you for stopping by to watch, and I invite you to subscribe and join the family. My name is Millicent Olo, and in this channel, I really just endeavor to inspire, especially women, to be confident, to be their best selves, and just to be bold and courageous. And in the process, this is also a journey for me, a journey of growth, a journey of learning, because we all learn by trying, by sharing, and I hope we can all grow together. So, a warm welcome to all of you to my channel. Today, I want to reflect about just how the year has been for me. And I would first of all want to start by just thanking God, because truly 2022 has been a wonderful year for me, and I'm grateful for the joys, the lessons I've learned along the road. But overall, this year has been wonderful, and I'm happy and I'm looking forward to an amazing year. I don't know what the year has been like for you, but I thought it would be nice to just share for me what have been some of the lessons that I've learned during this year, and I hope they resonate with you. I hope you also get inspired, and please feel free to also share with me what lessons did you learn in 2022. So the first lesson is, and please allow me, I'm going to be reflecting on some little notes that I've made on my journal. The first one is just learn to dream. Dream big, dream small. Whatever, please just dream and don't be scared. Because the moment you can dream something, the moment an idea is in your mind, that is something that you can do. So don't be afraid to dream. It's a great starting point. And for me, I've had some experiences this year where I just started by allowing certain thoughts to settle in my mind, you know, to see myself in a certain situation, in a certain role, or doing certain things. And the moment I allowed myself to do that, somehow I found a way to get closer to the things I wanted to achieve, and I was able to achieve some of these things. So for me, I feel this is something that can really steer us towards achieving our goals, our dreams, and dreams even in the coming year. So, dream. The second point, please remember that you have something to offer. You know, sometimes, I don't know, we belittle ourselves, and especially when you're in the midst of people who you perceive as, you know, they're the ones who know, or people who challenge you in one way or another. Sometimes this makes us feel like, okay, so what do I have to offer? I want to tell you that imagine whoever you are, wherever you have something to offer. And the moment you realize that, this is going to build your confidence that in any situation you find yourself in, you always know that there is something you can give. There is something you can bring to the table. And for me, this is something that I continued to nurture this year, and I will continue to nurture in 2023, because I just feel that, you know, the moment you bring whatever you have to offer to the table, whether it's taken or not, but remembering that you're adding your voice to whatever situation makes a huge difference, even in just building your self confidence. The third thing I learned is that you are your biggest cheerleader. I'm telling you, in this life, if you wait for people to cheer you on, to encourage you, sometimes you can really be disappointed. You know, people are going about their lives, doing their things, and there's so much. And sometimes you can feel so discouraged because there's no one to cheer you on. One lesson I learned is that you have to be your number one cheerleader. Whether there are people around you or not, always cheer yourself on. And you are the one person that you can always depend on, you know, when you need that motivation. It has to start from within. So be your number one cheerleader. Something else I learned this year is that before you start something, it seems difficult. But the moment you put one foot inside, the moment you get there, things start, becoming easier. You begin to start breaking down things. If it's a role, sometimes, especially at the workplace, maybe you feel like, I think that role is not for me. That role is too senior. It's only certain people who can do it, and you're really scared. But the moment you step into that role, of course, you have to have the right attitude, the attitude where you're willing to learn and you're willing to grow. But the moment you step in, then you realize it's not as difficult as you thought. So be courageous and just start. Something else I learned about relationships, and really any form of relationships, family, friends, workplace, don't force it. We are all aligned differently, and naturally, there are people you get along with, and there are others you don't. So, don't force any relationship, but remain cordial and respectful. For those relationships where you're not quite getting along, it's okay, but just remember that you can also be cordial and respectful, but don't force anything. If it's not working, it's not working. Now, this sixth point, learn to listen to your heart. And I know sometimes when we listen too much to our hearts, especially when it comes to love matters, I don't know, sometimes people say you get blinded. But what I learned when I'm talking about listen to your heart, for me, it's allowing the voice of God to speak to you. When you learn to listen to your heart, especially in difficult situations, imagine your heart will tell you what is the right thing to do. So, this is something I'm consciously working on and learning to do. And I realize the more I learn to listen to my heart, the more I feel I'm well guided. If it's a conflict, if it's something that's not working out, I just learn to retreat and ask God to guide me. And this has worked so well. So, one of the indicators for me that I learned in 2022, when I feel a certain heaviness, in my heart, there's a way I've just learned. When the pain is a bit somewhere on my chest, sometimes that indicates for me that there is something I have done that I also need to rectify. So then I know I need to do some inner work on myself regarding any relationship. And this has really helped me, especially in avoiding conflicts to escalate. This has really helped me in just taking a step back and retreating when I need to. So learn to listen to your heart and just teach yourself, to listen to that inner voice. It will always guide you. Um, Something else, be comfortable in your own skin. Just love you, love to be who you are. I remember was it 2020 when I was graduating with my master's? Okay, yes, I digress. My name is Olo, and in our community, this is sometimes we are proud. Anyway, so as I was getting ready for my graduation, I've always been a very simple, just natural girl. I don't have anything against makeup and all that flashy stuff. We are different. So I remember my mom telling me, Millie, please just tell me you're going to do something nice to your hair. You're going to look good, because I used to do some little twists on my hair, and I was okay and confident. Yeah. So what am I trying to say? Just be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable who you are. People have expectations of how you should be, how you should show up, and there are all these definitions and there are all these expectations which vary. But for me, I really feel 2022 has shown me that one of the most important things is just to show up as you. I'm not saying you show up being unkempt and like you don't care, but I'm just saying show up being authentically you. If you like to hold your hair natural, just hold it that way. If you don't do makeup, you can still show up and look good. I'm just saying be confident and be comfortable just being who you are. It's going to make life so much easier for you. Something else I've come to learn is, sometimes we think we are alone, and you could be going through situations and you feel, people don't love you. But imagine there are few people out there who really care about you and they cherish you and they will show you. When you encounter these people, value them and treasure them. And I just want to appreciate all those who have shown me love in one way or another this year in so many ways I cannot even begin to mention. And my prayer is that I'll be able to also show up for you when you need me. Then number 7, or is it number 8? Celebrate little milestones. So earlier in the year, when we were starting the year, there's a video I shared with you, about just learning to dream. And for me, one of the challenges I had, and I think I've made progress, is that, because of the background where I came from, I'm still coming out of that mentality of, just manage the little you have, don't waste. While that's important, but there's also that bit of just learning to celebrate your achievements, to celebrate your milestones, reward yourself, get yourself a gift. This is something I've learned, and I realized that it really motivated me. When I achieved something, when I did so well at something, I would, reward myself. So learn to just appreciate and celebrate the little milestones in your own little way. It's going to motivate you. And then number 10, I also realized you don't have to eat 3 meals in a day. I mean, you don't have to eat 3 full meals in a day and you will be fine. I know, but I just realized that, what? The most important thing is just to watch what you eat. But who said we have to have a full breakfast and full lunch and full dinner? But hey, I leave it up to you to decide, But it's something that I realized. I mean, you can manage. You can manage with some healthy meals, maybe 2 meals. I mean, even one. But hey, just saying, it's something that I feel has worked for me, and it's something I actually want to continue because then it keeps your mind alert, when you're not constantly full. And anyway, that's on a light note. So there's so much that I learned this year, and I know you have learned also so much. Share with me. But something that I cannot live without saying, always be hopeful, always keep a positive mindset, and always believe that God has great plans for you. Regardless of how this year has been for you, even in the painful moments, there is something to learn. I hope that we all grow from the difficult experiences we went through this year, and I hope that we gain that energy and momentum to start off on a high note in 2023. I wish you God's blessings with your loved ones, with your family, with all the plans that you have in place. May God bless you. May God guide you. Take care.